the show, players. Welcome to the show. So, Left 4 Dead 2. You know, I'm kind of disappointed in that title. Where's the creativity? Why not let Joe name it? What about Left 4 Deader? Or Still Left 4 Dead? Or how about even, for fuck's sake, why did you leave me here to die, you asshole? Part 2. These are badass names. Think about it, Valve. You still have time. Of course, this game is the sequel to the smash hit Left 4 Dead back in 2008. The game seemed to have all the ingredients for someone like me to give it a full 10 out of 10. It had 4-player cooperative, the zombie apocalypse, a bunch of online modes. And did I mention the zombie apocalypse? Except I only managed to give it a 7 out of 10. And Gabbett even gave it worse, a 5 out of 10. But that here at the Angry Joe Show is an average game. You see, we were a lot harder on it than pretty much any other reviewer that I could think of. Why? Well, you see, if you took off your zombie apocalypse beer goggles, here, let me get that for you. There you go, see? Now you can see better. You don't see through all the fog. Despite that game being really fun, you have to admit there was a lot of room for improvement. And do you think Left 4 Dead 2 gives us that much improvement? You see, in the original, there wasn't a whole lot of content. There was no story, barely any weapons. It was all just a little bit shallow. Even the missions were a little bit repetitive. It was basically just get from point A to point B as quickly as possible, and that's cool, but by the 4th time, I was starting to get a little angry at the lack of variation. Oh, okay, it's done. Okay. Yeah, alright. That's it. Alright, yeah, you know, whatever. Same thing every time.
Whatever, man.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whatever, man.
I'm sick of this. This is stupid. I'm tired of playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. That's it. Get out of here.
Oh, God. Why?
Where was the rescue missions? Where was the escort missions? Where's the exploration? Oh well, no matter. It was freaking fun. But that could have been because you had 3 of your best buddies playing the game with you. See, it was all about teamwork, and that's what made the game succeed. And I'm so happy for that. I love the game. I'm just not ready to crown it the best. So now it's time to get to the issue at hand. I can completely understand a few of these people who are boycotting Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah, it's a little extreme, but check this out. You see, if you look it up, it's essentially sort of the same game. This has caused a large amount of people to just flip out. They don't want Valve to end up doing a roster update every year like a few other companies do. In fact, at this time, that group now has 39,111 members. That's potentially over $2.3 million in purchasing power if you go $60 a pop. Yeah, okay, so not all of them are gonna follow through on their promise. You know, like almost all of them are gonna buy the game. But if you look at that, if even 10% stick to their guns, that's something like $235,000. That is a lot of money. So why are they so pissed off? Well, they list a few reasons. Here are some of them. Significant content for Left 4 Dead 1 was promised and never delivered. Number 2, Valve put little faith in Left 4 Dead 1 since they almost certainly started working on Left 4 Dead 2 right after release, which it has been quoted that in fact that's what they did. Number 3, the fact that Left 4 Dead 2 is nearly identical to Left 4 Dead 1 will decimate the community for both games. They're essentially saying that Left 4 Dead 1 fans and the community behind them will dissipate when Left 4 Dead 2 comes out because you're going to have to move over. Number 4, the announced date is not clearly enough time to polish content or to make significant gameplay changes. They do have a point. I mean, check out some of these videos from the people at Valve themselves.
Post-launch, we'll definitely be supporting the game with downloadable content on both the PC and the Xbox 360, similar to what we've done with Team Fortress 2 with shipping new missions, new weapons, and new characters.
Can we forecast a episodic half-life, some episodes that will download eventually?
I think the thing that makes the most sense in this one is the new campaigns, right? We have sort of these stories, mini movies, if you will, that are a couple maps strung together in an environment. So I think probably most likely we'll see maybe new campaign and maybe some new weapons or some new monsters to go with that campaign.
I might be crazy. I thought Left 4 Dead came out last year.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt Sie? Dass Sie es wagen, sich meinen Befehl zu widersetzen!
We're going to keep supporting games like all Valve multiplayer games. We'll just keep supporting it, keep adding new maps, new items, just keep adding. We're going to keep supporting games. We're going to keep supporting games.
Count on an SDK coming out, a few weeks after launch, a few weeks after launch, a few weeks after launch.
Similar to what we've done with Team Fortress 2 with shipping new missions, new weapons, new achievements, and new characters. Similar to what we've done with Team Fortress 2 with Team Fortress 2 with Team Fortress 2.
So a lot of our employees, a lot of our properties came from that community. So with Left 4 Dead, we're obviously going to continue that tradition. So with Left 4 Dead, we're obviously going to continue that tradition. We're obviously going to continue that.
We're going to keep supporting games.
See, I thought Left 4 Dead came out last year.
The thing that makes the most sense in this one is the new campaigns and maybe some new weapons or some new monsters to go with that campaign.
You see, from all of that, it sounded like they were really focused on Left 4 Dead 1, as if they were going to support it as much like Team Fortress 2. And I know Valve said recently that they are going to still come out with Left 4 Dead 1 content, but what? Is it going to be weapons? New characters, new infected, the backstory for the original characters that are now gone? And how's that gonna look for Left 4 Dead 2? You gonna be able to afford both? Which will you buy? Which would they rather you buy? Something tells me that the content that's coming for Left 4 Dead isn't gonna be all that great, but who knows? Guess we'll have to wait and see. That's not the issue at hand. From what I've seen, Left 4 Dead 2 looks great, okay? It sounds exciting and they're adding new things that could make it potentially an even better game. But honestly, I do think that it could have been just an expansion. Something like Shivering Isles did for the Oblivion game. And I'm not gonna fault these people for it. All the people that hyped up and talked about their game. You wanna know why? They have to sell as many copies as possible. And you know what? That is completely fine. That is their job. But you know what? It's my job to cut through all of that bullshit and bring you guys the truth. And that is why I am so excited to bring to you the latest in high-tech machinery here at the Angry Joe Show. We have taken your donations and have created quite possibly a miracle of modern science. We have done what no other has been able to do up until this point. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the bullshit translator. That's right, the bullshit translator. You see, it says right here. It's not a paper shredder. It doesn't even look like a paper shredder. See, this is the bullshit translator. If it wasn't, why does it say bullshit translator right here? And if you act right now, it'll take all of the bullshit that PR companies put out and filter it to